guys, welcome to Tenacious Blossoms. This is my reaction post to the results of the poll that has been posted on my blog for the last several months. You know, that same poll that I've kept annoying you guys to go take. Sorry about that. And also, thank you to all of you who took time out of your busy lives to go and to take it. My poll question was, do you feel that life in the South leads to a more prejudiced worldview? I asked the question mainly because I was curious. I was curious to learn a bit more about how people perceive life in the South and Southern culture. It's always interesting to learn about how the world that the local world that you're a part of is perceived by others. The second part of the reason I asked this particular question is because of the recent events that have taken place here in the South. Specifically, I'm thinking about the shooting in the Charleston church and then the march in Charlottesville. And I wanted to see if those events would reflect in the people's answers to my poll. In fact, I was really expecting it to figure into how people viewed worldview here in the South. In light of recent events here in the South, I was actually expecting a much different result from my poll than I received. There were 4 possible answers to my poll question. The first, yes, living in the South does lead to a more prejudiced worldview. 2, no. 3, in some instances, for some people, and 4, I'm not sure. Going into this blog, I was honestly expecting for the bulk of people to vote yes. Yes, living in the South does lead to a more biased worldview. But actually, absolutely 0 people voted for that. And that was kind of shocking to me. The second answer, no, out of the 35 people that participated in my blog, 6 voted that no, living in the South does not make you any more prejudiced than anything else does. I'm going to skip to the 4th question next. I'm not sure. And 4 people voted for I'm not sure, which is an honest answer. Sometimes the roots of why we have certain biases and discriminations is a lot deeper than geographical location at times. And then finally, the 3rd answer, in some instances for some people, this was the answer that people overwhelmingly chose. Out of the 35 people that voted, 25 of them stated that they felt that living in the South for some people might make them more biased, but not everyone. And I felt like that was a very honest answer because there is a lot of bias and discrimination still down here in the South. A quick personal story here. I remember a couple years ago I was working as a receptionist and I had a man come in and sit down and talk to me for a while, and he told me that the Ku Klux Klan was actually a benevolent society formed to help African Americans. And I was just flabbergasted. I was like, are you joking? I actually asked him when he told me that. I asked him if he was joking. He was like, no, people just misunderstand the Ku Klux Klan. And I was just like, I actually just straight up told him, I was like, you're wrong. He never talked to me again. So I think that the middle way there was the best and honestly the most representative answer in the South. Does living down here make you more prejudiced? For some people, it probably does, but then there are a lot of other people that living in the South has very little to do with how they see the world around them. So that's it, folks. Thanks so much for participating in my poll and for your kind comments about my blog so far. You guys are the best, and I will see you next time.